Hi, we're going to demonstrate how to explain simple church to someone within a couple of minutes just using a napkin. Simple church is church in its simplest form where it is easy to multiply. We're going to use a triangle to represent simple church because a simple church has three elements. The three elements of simple church are loving God, loving others, and making disciples. These three things make up the DNA of simple church. For our purposes, the definition of a simple church is a group of followers of Jesus who have the headship of Jesus who together commit to love God, love others, and make disciples. We get this DNA from the Great Commandment and the Great Commission. The Great Commandment, Jesus says, to love God and to love others. And in the Great Commission, he commands us to go and make disciples. So a simple church is a group of people with the headship of Jesus who commit together to do these three things. Now, to illustrate an institutional church, we will use a different shape. We will use a square. The triangle represents simple church. The square represents institutional church, which is what is dominant in the West. The square represents institutional church, which has added 4 additional elements to church, making it more complex. In the institutional church, we've added buildings, we've added staff, we have added programs, and because the square is pretty expensive, we have added a budget to pay for it all. So the institutional church has buildings, staff, programs, and a budget. When we remove these things, we have church in its simplest form. When we add these things, we have a more complex church that is more expensive and more difficult to start, sustain, or multiply. Now, using this illustration, we are in no way attacking squares, but we are simply trying to affirm the validity and the necessity for more triangles in our culture. And here's how you can explain simple church to a friend in a couple of minutes on a napkin.